Today on the show,
we play Truth or Dare with Lucy Hale.
That sounded bad. Let me rephrase.
hey everyone, welcome to the IMDb show. I'm Tim Cash.
And I'm Carrie Doherty, and it's Thursday, April 12th, which is practically Friday the 13th.
Boo!
Which is,
No?
You're trying to scare me.
One thing we've never spoken about here on the show is that we both love horror films.
Love a good horror movie.
I saw my first ever horror films, there were two of them actually, on the same day when I was a kid. It was Silver Bullet and also Creepshow.
Ooh, that's a good one.
You grew up watching horror films?
I did. So when I was a young teenager, my sister worked at a video store. So we would rent all of the amazing B horror movies.
You would steal all
We
of
wouldn't
them.
steal them. We would just
Rent, and she
bring
works
them
there.
home. We would watch like Jack Frost, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the Kyoto Brothers. I still love that movie. We would also get Evil Dead all the time because
Well, that's the
it's
classic
the classic
B horror
Yeah.
movie out there.
Yeah.
That film introduced us to Ash Williams himself. We actually caught up with Mr. Bruce Campbell, who shared some advice on what it takes to become a proud B-movie legend.
Hi folks, I'm Bruce Campbell. I'm here today to teach you how to be a legend in B movies. Why? Because I've been in a bunch of B movies. The first letter is L, because you're gonna learn to be covered in blood.
Gotcha, didn't I, you little sucker?
We have E. You're gonna wanna eat everything at the craft service table because low budget movies are really cheap and the lunches usually blow. Table for two. Pecaro.
Parker.
Pecaro. G, as in get ready to scream. I recommend using the diaphragm. E, evil. You gotta learn to deal with it. You have to cut its head off, you have to dismember it, you have to say the special words.
Shop smart. Shop S-smart. You got that?
And never lose your cool. As a hero, which I played often, you can't ever lose your cool. Because then you wouldn't be a hero, would you? Now the final letter is D, as in don't forget to watch Ash vs. Evil Dead on Stars, Sundays at 9. Yeah, looking good. Looking sweet. Now you're a legend.
Pretty Little Lies wrapped after 7 amazing seasons. Well, even though Aria may be gone, the woman who played her is back with a new show called Life Sentence. She's also starring in the horror film Truth or Dare, which hits theaters tomorrow. She is Lucy Hale.
What are you doing?
You have to do it.
There's no way I'm gonna break your hand.
Well, you don't really have a choice, so just take it.
Marky, I don't want to find out what happens if you don't.
Just do it.
Hello.
Let's talk about your new film,
Let's
Truth
do
or
it.
Dare,
Yeah.
out Friday 13th.
I know, perfect date.
Perfect date for
Yeah.
a scary horror
It's
film.
like someone thought that one through. I'm
They
sure
did.
someone did.
What's this film all about?
So Truth or Dare follows a group of friends who are having their last spring break together, and they end up playing what they think is a harmless game of Truth or Dare.
Penelope.
Dare.
Make out with Olivia.
Let's get this party started.
Tight.
Carter,
Truth.
What are your intentions with our sweet Olivia?
I needed to find someone with friends that I could trick into coming here.
Ultimately, people start dying one by one, so it was very fun to film.
You said that with a very sinister smile on
I'm
your
a little
face.
psycho myself, so I'm like, I'm in, this is
Good
great.
to know. Thanks for telling me when the interview started.
Yeah, exactly.
For people that have seen the trailer, there is an ongoing theme of a smile.
Yeah, I just have friends like sending me screen caps of my face doing that.
You got mine. Amazing.
So, yeah, I got I got yours. So basically we had to do this and like smile really big and make your eyes as big as possible. So not only is that uncomfortable, but when I get possessed, it's during a sex scene, which is already uncomfortable within itself.
Truth or Dare?
Yeah, that'll probably go down as the weirdest thing I've ever done.
I'm a huge fan of the IMDb trivia page. With this film coming out, I'd love to know a bit of background insider info that no one else knows.
Okay, so at the beginning of the movie, you'll see a sequence of iPhone videos. We actually took a trip to Mexico. They gave us phones for us to film on. So that's all real. That wasn't shot on a stage in Los Angeles.
When it comes to horror, there's a name that for me is like the gold standard. That's Jason Blum and Blumhouse Productions. So what do you think it is about his approach that makes his horror movies such a hit?
I truly think it's his risk-taking. He does things that aren't done before. Like Paranormal Activity, I'd never seen anything like that. And you hear it and you're like, how is that gonna work? How is it gonna be believable? And that's the scariest movie I've ever seen in my life.
Let's talk about a life sentence.
So it's about a girl named Stella who's 23 years old and for the last 8 years of her life was living with terminally ill cancer.
Okay.
So she had made peace with that. She is doing everything on her bucket list.
And then,
In the pilot, her rare treatment cured her of cancer. So she now has to worry about things she's never had to worry about before.
I can't keep going outside every time I have to fart. I mean, winter's coming and I'm not gonna be able to spend that kind of time outdoors.
I loved the character of Stella. I love what she stands for. I love her internal monologue. I love how weird she is, and she's super quirky and someone that I, aspire to be more like.
Lucy, having good enough time to stick around?
Actually, I've got to go. No, I'm just kidding. Absolutely.
5 minutes,
Okay,
I promise.
cool.
Carrie's
All
going
right,
to join us, and we've got some more truths and possibly a couple of dares for you as well.
Ooh.
Okay. In honor of Truth or Dare and its Friday the 13th release date, we took to the streets of Hollywood to ask people what scary movie moment still haunts you.
The scary movie moment that still haunts me is from The Exorcist. It's actually the spider walk scene.
The moment in The Shining where Jack Nicholson's character finally just cracks.
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains.
Here's Johnny!
Jack is the man, and Stanley Kubrick's a real director. I don't even think they produce people like that anymore. Have a good day.
The Grudge, when the little girl's crawling up the stairs. Her hair is on her face, and she just look at you and be like.
The end of the Blair Witch Project, when that camera falls down.
The scary movie moment that still haunts me is in Dawn of the Dead, the original, when that guy's head gets blown off. I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe there's so much blood.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, when Leatherface was chasing no girl with that chainsaw. I didn't know that a person could have leather on their face.
The Ring, and that's when Samara climbed out of the TV.
When that girl jumps out of the TV.
That's the Sadako is coming from the television.
I was smoking a blunt when I was watching it. And then I just remember, I was like, yeah, this movie's not bad. And then that scene happens and I was just like, oh my God, no.
Okay, Miss Lucy Hale.
Yes.
You put out a movie called Truth or Dare. We play a game here on the IMDb show. Guess what it's going to be called?
Truth or Dare.
Done. We'll go with it.
But since this is IMDb, everything's going to be movie or TV related. Are you ready?
I think so.
Okay, Lucy Hale. Dun, 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 dun. Truth or Dare?
Truth.
Whose career do you want to steal?
Ooh. Based on roles, maybe Emma Stone. She does a little bit of everything. You see her in any different type of role and you believe it. You're not like, oh, how is she gonna pull this off?
Oh my God. You did not just say that.
Truth or Dare?
Truth.
Okay. Who's the most overrated actor right now?
Oh.
Just answer it.
Can I say myself?
Yes.
I do have someone in mind,
Okay, fine.
but I'm not gonna say it.
Okay, Dare or Truth?
Well, I did Truth, so I guess I'm gonna have to do a Dare.
Bold. You sure? Okay. To this camera right here, do your best blue steel pose from Zoolander.
There it is. Dear God, it's beautiful.
Fire! And you gotta name it.
What is it? Help
Blue
me.
Hale.
Blue Hale.
That wraps up the game.
That was so fun.
There are no winners.
No one won here.
But thank you for playing. It's around
Yeah.
this time that we do our watch list.
Okay.
What are you watching this weekend?
I just finished a show called Fleabag. It's a British comedy. It's just about a woman who's a hot mess trying to figure out her life.
Oh my God, definitely not. That does nothing for you. What?
These are my clothes, Boo. I've been wearing these all day.
And then diners, drive-ins, and dives every night before
Get a little
bed.
Guy Fieri?
Great choice.
Yeah. Literally every night.
Do I have any? No, not at all.
Carrie, what's on your watch list?
The reboot of Overboard comes out this weekend.
I don't know how I feel about it.
I'm curious to see because, you know, as we all know, it was a 1987 classic movie with Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell.
This missing link person is not my husband.
Well, he seems to like you, and he's a nice guy.
Come to daddy.
The reboot is a gender
Yes, they
swap.
flip it out.
I'm here to pick up my husband.
You're really my wife?
For better or worse, baby.
For me, I'm gonna go for The Wildling. It's about a girl that they find in the woods living there, and she is terrified of a thing called a wildling.
His teeth are sharp. He ate all the other children.
somewhere along the lines in the trailer, you find out that maybe the wildling and her are
together.
Or the same thing. I'm not sure.
Like, are they dating or are they like, what are you saying?
I don't think that was quite the
yeah,
tagline.
Gotcha.
But
Right.
What a great pitch.
But that isn't quite true, is it?
Lucy Hale, thank you so much for being
guys.
here on the
This
show.
was fun.
Such a pleasure having you and your leopard print.
I'll
Looks
be back
amazing.
anytime.
Truth or Dare is in theaters everywhere starting April 13th. Life Sentence returns Friday, April 27th at 9 p.m. on the CW. And you can catch up on the first 5 episodes on CWTV.com or the CW app. Before we go, head on over to imdb.com/show, where you can rate the show and watch all of our previous episodes. Some amazing ones in there. But now it's time for this week's Trailer.
We burned almost every physical book in the country. So by the time you guys grow up, there won't be one book left.
When you said we were going to open Wakanda to the rest of the world, this is not what I imagined.
What did you imagine?
The Olympics? Maybe even a Starbucks?
Since when do you know how to fly? 190 years old? You look great.
I'm the missile.
They're just cyclists, sir.
They're French cyclists, Bob, and they're obstructing Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Hey kid, you want some candy? This is a supervised first try. It's Bernie. It's Bernie Sanders.